Good evening. Today is Monday, November 24th, 2025, and the time now is 6 p.m. I'll call to order this regular meeting of the Town of Mead Board of Trustees. In accordance with the town's remote participation and remote meeting policy adopted by the Board of Trustees on March 13th, 2023 by resolution number 21-R-2023, remote participation will be allowed. The meeting link has been provided on the town's website and designated posting place 24 hours prior to the meeting. I'd like to remind everyone present, both in person and virtually, of the town's general guidelines for public comment at open meetings and public hearings. The guidelines are available online and on the entry table. There are 2 public comment opportunities on the agenda for persons in attendance at Town Hall to address the board. The first is limited to items on the agenda, and the second public comment opportunity allows any subject, whether it is on the agenda or not, to be addressed. Mary, roll call, please.
Mayor Whitlow.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris.
Here.
Trustee Adams.
Here.
Trustee Cartwright.
Here.
Trustee Crane.
Here.
Trustee Hagan. Trustee Schranz.
Here.
Mayor Whitlow, today is Monday, November 24th, 2024, and you do have a quorum.
I would like to correct the records 2025.
Oh, 2025.
Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the memory of all of our loved ones who are no longer with us during this holiday week. Thank you very much for your time. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much for your time. Next is review and approve agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda tonight? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the agenda as is?
I move to approve the agenda as is.
Second.
Thank you very much. Mary, roll call, please.
Trustee Schranz.
Here. I'm sorry. Yes.
Trustee Adams.
Yes.
Trustee Cartwright.
Yes.
Trustee Crane.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. Thank you very much. We have an agenda for this evening. I will turn the floor over to our town manager for her report. Ma'am?
Thank you, Mayor. Trustees, you have my report. I would like to explain a little bit about what's going on with High Plains Boulevard and the closing of the frontage road, because I try to report to you every week, but it's changing. And I know we have Evan here from the county, and I'm sure he's aware of it. So just first of all, on January 5th, CDOT is permanently closing the frontage road at its intersection with Welker. So they're going to put up Jersey barriers, and that'll be the last time. January 4th will be the last time you'll be able to traverse that. I just wanted you to be aware of it because you might get some people complaining about it, because now, with 38 open, people are able to cross, go east on 38 and then south on the frontage road and get on at Welker, but they won't be able to anymore. So they will ultimately when 9.5 goes through, but they won't on the frontage road. So I just want to make you aware of that. And that's a hard stop. They were going to do it in December, but they pushed it off. So, and that same day, January 5th, we are having our board retreat. That's a Monday, and it should be on your schedules. So just want to make you aware of that. Yes, I believe so. Again, with Jersey barriers, so you're kind of limited on where you can go, especially southbound, if you think about it. But I've been telling you that we were going to open up, the roundabout was going to be built at 34 and 9.5, but they've run into a few delays on all that utility work. So from what we heard last week, they're going to open Welker back up on January 20th or 22nd, but the roundabout is not going to be done. So what they're going to do is they'll keep the road open till probably April, and then they'll start the roundabout construction. So it'll be disruptive because the only way really to get east and then back south is County Road 36 and 38. So, and 36 is unpaved, much of it, and it can be rough. Now, some people will head west on 38 and go down 7, which is also a mess. So this is going to be a perilous time. However, the county did tell us that they expect to have High Plains, their section done by June, July. So it'll be probably 6 months of pain. So I just wanted to make everybody aware of it because every week I want you to know because somebody may ask you, but the information is changing rapidly. So, and that's all I have. And other than I would just say, if you have topics for the retreat, please get them to Mayor so that we can build our agenda.
Questions or comments for Helen tonight? Chris?
I'm still questioning the High Plains Boulevard. The 34 is going to be closed from Welker northbound.
No. Well, it's closed now.
The frontage road is?
No, the frontage road will be closed both northbound and southbound at Welker. So the
Okay.
Jersey burials will be right, on the
Across.
side of the intersection. And the new roundabouts that will be built by CDOT,
Yeah.
first of all, they're not going to be done until 2027. And there will be no access to the frontage roads by those roundabouts.
Okay. So if you need to get to Home Depot or FedEx, they're going to be going over the 38 bridge and south on frontage road
Or coming from 38 or 36, depending on which direction they're coming from.
got it. So how would we have to go to 32 to 13 and come up 13 to 36 and 36 across?
Yeah, you'll have to go to 13 to go south. And
Okay.
you'll come either on 32 or you'll go to 66.
Okay.
Business right there, just
Yep.
Yeah.
like, how do you
And-
get to that? The U-Haul and the boat repair place.
We're gonna have to
Go around.
go around the horn. I mean, it's just what has to happen.
Have they all been notified yet?
Yes, that CDOT has been notifying, but they did push this closure, but I just wanted to make you all aware of it. And wonderfully though, in June, July, when everything opens up, you'll be able to go from County Road 36 to 119 on High Plains Boulevard, which is the whole goal of this. It's just tricky getting it done. So I just wanted you all to be aware of it. And it's subject to change.
All right, any other questions? All right, thanks, Helen, very much. All right, we'll move on to our informational item tonight. We have one, excuse me. And it will be about the Weld County Safety Action Plan. I'll turn the floor over to our Town Engineer, Public Works Director, Erica Rasmussen, to introduce this item. Ma'am?
Good evening, Mayor, trustees. I'd like to introduce to you Evan Pinkham. He's here from Weld County. He is the Transportation Planning Manager there, and he's going to present to you the Weld County Safety Action Plan, which has been in the works for the last year or so, and it was recently approved by the county commissioners in October. Mead is a participating municipality in the plan, along with a lot of our counterparts across Weld County. And the effort is really to enhance safety for all roadway users. So I'm going to invite Evan to come up, and so grateful he can be here tonight to give you an overview of the plan. And then we do also have adoption of the plan for Mead on the consent agenda tonight. So with that, I'll bring Evan up.
Great. Thank you, Erica. Really appreciate the opportunity to come down and speak today about an initiative that we've been working on for quite some time now. So what we were presented with was the opportunity to go for a safety action plan through the Safe Streets for All program, which is a federal program put on by FHWA, or Federal Highways. And so we put together an application and were awarded $400,000 to do the plan. We matched that with $100,000. And really, at a certain point through that initial planning process, we kind of put it out there to FHWA about, hey, can we add some of our communities that would like to be a part of our safety action plan in this planning process? And that would give them the ability to go get future Safe Streets for All funding through the grant program. And they were acceptable to that. And so we reached out to our communities, Mead included, ended up bringing on 15 communities in our effort here. So really a great thing that I think will enhance safety through the county and through our communities. And so just have a little presentation here I wanted to go through. Again, I'm Evan Pinkham in our Public Works office. I'm a transportation planning manager. Go through that. So basically, why we began this measure, we do a lot with safety just in general with our engineering department, with our transportation planning group, just on a yearly basis. I mean, we get tons of data that helps inform the projects that we move forward. And a lot of our projects are safety related projects, a lot of intersection projects. So we're always in that mindset of trying to bring forward the best data, but felt like a safety action plan could help formalize those processes for the county, and also just give us some more tools and guidelines to help us kind of move that safety effort forward. But as we're looking at our system in Weld County, we have a good number of fatal crashes on a year-to-year basis. A lot of these come off of the CDOT system, the state system, but still just with Weld County roadways, we see a lot of fatalities and serious injuries. This graph shows kind of where we're looking at things on a yearly basis, with kind of the trend coming up, increasing. And the numbers that I've got so far for 2024 and 2025 are not great either, kind of moving in that upward trajectory. So, we're seeing something where we have a huge influx of population, a lot more users on our roadways, and some other, just general demographic changes that are, concerning. And we want to jump ahead of that and really push some safety projects and make things better on our system. So this is the state of safety in Weld County. This infographic really just kind of shows where Weld County sits among other jurisdictions, other counties. Kind of the middle of the pack, I suppose you could say. And the next slide here really compares Weld County with some others, but also I believe Mead is on this list as well as far as fatality rate. So just kind of a general comparison among like jurisdictions. So going back onto the history of the Safety Action Plan, we received that grant back in 2023. We spent a portion of 2024 and the better part of 2025 going through that planning process for our Safety Action Plan. We brought on a consultant with WSP and a sub-consultant with Oltig. Really some good folks as far as just history in doing these safety action plans. They've done several throughout the United States, including in Omaha, Nebraska, Kansas City, and also Leavenworth, Kansas, and Leavenworth County. They've also done the Miami Safety Action Plan and San Francisco Safety Action Plan. So we felt like they had a lot of good background in developing these plans. They know, exactly how to basically look at the data and get out there to the public and present that data and get feedback from the public. So, and then October 20th is when our Safety Action Plan was adopted by our board. Let's see. Really, our Safety Action Plan builds on the transportation plan that we have, the 2045 transportation plan. Really starts to look at what projects we can move forward and get the best benefit from as far as safety improvements. So it's kind of a mix of a project list and some other things that kind of build off of our transportation plan. Our Safety Action Plan really aligns with the US DOT's Department of Transportation's Safe System approach. And you'll see that in the plan, just really a highlight of the plan. And it really kind of just goes into several different aspects of how to make our transportation system safer. It's really a lot of different things that that contribute to that safer roadway. And the engineering piece of it is just a part of it. The law enforcement piece is a part of it. But there's several pieces that combined help to reduce fatalities, reduce serious injuries. So let's see. Our goal of our safety action plan is to reduce fatalities by 25%. And this is in the fatal and serious injury crashes. So a lot of these plans are really like a Vision Zero plan. And our plan is a Vision Zero plan, but we really crunch the numbers on how these improvements that we have enough funding for, that we see that we can implement in the next 20 years, how they can actually reduce the fatalities and serious injuries. So we really wanted to put a real number to, what these improvements will do for us and how we can get to that reduced number. And we came up with the 25%, and that's in that effort there. This is really going more into that safe system approach. I was talking about, law enforcement's part of this, safer roads or engineering is part of this. But it's also safer speeds, post-crash care, and safer vehicles. So some of these things, we have more of a say on than other things. But these are really the 5 things that help us reach our goals. Just talking about the safety action plan chapters, I will have a location that you all can go look at that safety action plan as well on the internet. So our public outreach, that was a big portion of our planning effort, just really going out and trying to get as much information from the public as we could. We had a social pinpoint website where we had a map where people could put comments down on locations throughout the county that they feel are, not so safe locations, and give their thoughts. That was one piece of it. We also had some polling on the website. We also did a lot of engagement with public events. We came to Mead for the National Night Out, and just basically, I think we went to 8 events like that, and just trying to get more feedback, more data points. And I think we did a good job of getting out there. We also had 2 open houses. So really just trying to get public feedback and help us, gather some more information about what locations people feel are unsafe and what they feel like the problems are. So definitely a lot of that. And then we go to kind of more of our data analysis. So this is just our crash mapping, looking at the locations where we have serious and fatal injuries throughout the county. That helped to inform just our high injury network, which is really just a network of our roadway system that sees the highest volume of crashes. We know that this is only a portion of our full system, but it's where we see the majority of our crashes. We all have those roads that we feel are less safe than others, and this really just visualizes that on where those locations are. We have high injury intersections, obviously kind of speaks for itself, just the intersections that we see the most crashes at, especially with fatal and serious injury. This can help inform where we go with our prioritizing projects and which projects can have the biggest benefit and at what locations. And then the high risk network really looks at where it uses more kind of close call type of data, where it's, where there's different metrics that can determine where a crash was likely, or, used a lot of data points to come up with that network. So that one is kind of just looking out into the future of which roadway networks kind of have that opportunity for crashes. We have our emphasis areas of our safety action plan. We had 4 emphasis areas with behavioral, environmental, infrastructure, and modes of travel. More of that just in the plan itself. And then one of the bigger parts of a safety action plan is really just coming up with your toolbox of safety countermeasures. what kind of, projects can we deliver to get better performing roads. FHWA has a lot out there on this in particular, on a toolbox of countermeasures, and they put so much effort into determining what improvements can reduce crashes and by what percentage and so much of that. So really we lean on that research that FHWA or Federal Highways has done. So these are just pieces of the pages of the plan itself. And then just kind of where do we go from here? We have some action steps and recommendations in our safety action plan. We have a list of prioritized projects that'll help inform our capital improvements projects. These are also tailored for the communities as well, with Mead being one of them, about which projects the plan felt should move forward in this region. And then really it's just updating the public and then the stakeholders during the process of where do we go from here. And then we will have a data dashboard on our website that really brings in all of these data points. And is really a nice tool to just be able to go on and kind of pinpoint some locations and get some data that way. So there is the website where the plan is located. That's the top left one. So it's at weld.gov/go/safety action plan. That's where the safety action plan can be found. You can also just Google Weld County Safety Action Plan, or just go to our Public Works Transportation Planning website, and pretty easy to get to from there. Or you can contact me, of course. But really that wraps up the presentation. And I think just looking at the grant opportunities moving forward for Town of Mead and Weld County, there's going to be a call for projects this spring for those specific safety dollars. So certainly a lot of funding has gone towards those projects, and there's good opportunity out there for kind of having some of those even joint projects, like we've done a lot with our communities and with Mead. So with that, I'll wrap it up, and just if you have any questions, be happy to answer.
Questions for him? Go ahead.
So a lot of these roads are like Highway 66. It's a state road.
Yes.
So you can't actually do anything with that road as Weld County, correct?
So yeah, this is something that does get brought up a lot. There are a lot of joint projects that we have with CDOT right now. CDOT's in kind of at a point where their funding is very limited. They're actually putting out fewer and fewer projects on a year-to-year basis, and so the county's trying to, especially on certain highways, trying to add some additional funding. And we've been working with Region 4 CDOT on doing joint projects like at intersections. Now on the main line, just for like a roadway widening project or something like that, yeah, that would be more on CDOT. But for the intersection projects where we have maintenance of one of the legs or two of the legs leading into that intersection, we have those joint projects. We have several on Highway 392 in the next 5 years, a couple on Highway 14, I believe one on Highway 66. And so, yeah, we're trying to, and I think with those joint projects too, we try and look at those as a good opportunity for grant funding as well to help supplement some of those funding. With Highway 52, we have a roundabout project that we're working with CDOT on at Weld Central High School out east, kind of south of Keensburg. So yeah, I mean, that's one we've gotten actual two grants on that one, and then CDOT's contributing, and then Weld County is contributing as well. So that's kind of how we make some of these projects come together and work.
Okay, so you have to get them to basically buy into this as well. And
at the end of the day, it is CDOT system. They're going to want to know if you're going to say, hey, we think we should put a signal here. They're going to want to have a signal warrant analysis, make sure it's really warranted for that location. So it's not like we can just dictate where those improvements go and what they are. but it's kind of that joint effort of coming up with those types of projects.
Okay. So it's just kind of a guide then for where to spend the money
Exactly.
is, okay. All right.
I just have a question too. Is Weld County continuing to get more communities into the action plan for the future?
No, so FHWA is kind of funny with what they require. So they had us do all that work up front and we can't change it after the fact. So we went out to the communities. We got 15 that wanted to join the safety action plan. Some communities that are doing their own safety action plans. But we can't change it at this point to add any more, unfortunately.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
So thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yes. Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to our proclamation. It's Business Appreciation Month for December 2025, and I've asked Trustee Crane to read the proclamation. Sir?
Business Appreciation Month, December 2025. Whereas small businesses are vital to the town of Mead, driving innovation, fostering growth, and contributing to a vibrant and thriving community. And whereas the town of Mead proudly acknowledges the achievements of its entrepreneurs, small and medium-sized businesses, and major employers, all of whom play a significant role in building and sustaining the local economy. And whereas Mead's businesses create jobs that enhance the quality of life for residents and operate across diverse industries, including manufacturing, services, retail, marketing, and agriculture. And whereas the revenue generated by local businesses enable the town of Mead to deliver essential services that improve the overall well-being of its community. And whereas business leaders and employees contribute to the social fabric of Mead by supporting community events, volunteering, and enhancing civic pride. And whereas the town of Mead remains committed to creating a business-friendly environment that promotes sustainable growth and collaboration with the local businesses, community, and now, therefore, Colleen Whitlow, Mayor of the town of Mead, does hereby proclaim the month of December 2025 as Business Appreciation Month and encourage all residents to support our business community and their contributions to our economy by shopping locally.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve the signing of this proclamation?
I move to sign the proclamation.
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Crane,
Yes.
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
trustee Shranz,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. And thank you very much. Motion carries, and let's all support our local businesses during this upcoming holiday season. All right, we'll move on to public comment. The board welcomes public comment at this time for any item on the agenda. We will also take comments on agenda items not on the agenda during the second public comment, number 10. Please remember that public comment is not intended to be a question and answer session. The board will listen to your comments and take them into consideration. All comments should be directed to the Board of Trustees and not to a specific individual. If you wish to speak during this first public comment period, please adhere to the town's general guidelines. Please start by stating your full name and address for the record. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address the Board of Trustees. If you're representing a group, you will have 5 minutes. We ask that all speakers and audience members treat one another with respect and dignity. Let's ensure we maintain a welcoming environment and avoid any actions that could be distracting. Ms. Rudd, do we have anyone signed up for this public comment period?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to the Board of Trustees on an agenda item? Seeing none, we'll move on to consent agenda. The consent agenda contains items which are considered routine and approved with one motion and vote. I want to recognize staff for putting together these items for us tonight and the board for reviewing them ahead of tonight's meeting. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll move to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
Yes.
trustee Shranz,
Yes.
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. Thank you very much. Consent agenda is approved. Thank you very much, staff, for putting it together, and thanks for everyone who's made the contribution. We have no further general business, so this brings us to our second regular public comment period. Which would be for any items, whether it's on the agenda or not. Will follow the same guidelines previously stated. I would call on individuals in the order which they have signed in. Again, I ask all speakers and audience members to treat one another with respect and dignity. Is there anyone here that would like to comment at this time? All right, we'll move on to our elected official reports. Town trustees, anything to report? Trustee Strands.
Have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you. You do the same. I just have a few things. I've asked Administrative Services Director Mary Strutt to talk to us a little bit about our upcoming town manager review process.
Thank you, Mayor and Board. I'm here tonight to talk about the town manager review process. As you know, the town manager is a contract employee who reports to the Board of Trustees. The board completes a performance evaluation every year with the town manager and considers contract renewal at that time. We've had feedback in the last few years that the questions on the review form were difficult to answer. So Mayor Whitlow spent some time this summer looking at other municipalities and how they review their town manager. And Josh Nebel, the new HR manager, and I spent some time reviewing those and other processes, and we came up with a new one. So we came up with a new form for you to use this year. I'm going to pass it out to you. The new form is based on the board priorities. We thought we'd tie it right back to that. A lot of municipalities do that. Your board priorities that were set up after some strategic planning several years ago. You've seen them in many things over the years. They are responsible growth, public safety, infrastructure, fiscal stability, and connected community. So since those are the board's priorities, it makes sense that you would review your executive according to those priorities and how they're meeting them for you. So we put together a form. It's still going to be the 1 to 5 rating scale. We do give you an explanation of what that 1 to 5 is and some examples of what might be under each of those categories. We're going to have the town manager do a self-evaluation using the same exact form and questions. And we're still going to do the peer review with the department directors using the same exact form and questions. Hopefully that'll give a full rounded view of the same thing, rather than have the town manager answer one set of questions and the peers answer a separate set and the board answer a third. So I'm going to pass these out to you. Let's see if you guys have any. So these are the forms using those 5 objectives. And again, using the same questions going to the town manager and to the department directors. We're going to give you a couple of options on how to fill these out. The town manager's review is scheduled for an executive session on December 8th. So at your next regular meeting. So to fill these out, if you want to do paper and pencil, I just handed it to you, fill those out, get those back to me probably by about Tuesday next week. We'll also be emailing out this evaluation form in a fillable form. And it says, if you notice on the bottom of the last page, it says submit here. If you click that submit button, it'll actually bring open your Outlook to email it back, and it emails automatically back to Josh Nebel, the HR manager. Okay, so Josh will be collecting the forms from the department directors and from the Board of Trustees. He will compile the department directors' comments into one, and the board will have that available for their review on December 8th. Any questions about the form, the process?
Thank you. We try to make it easier and more concise and
more relevant,
Yeah,
right?
relevant.
I think that's what we're looking for, is more relevant to the objectives and the goals of the board.
All right. Thanks very much, Mary.
You're welcome.
All right. My next update is last week I spent 5 days in Salt Lake City, which is the most beautiful town I've ever been in a long time. Very clean, very beautiful. But I went to the National League of Cities annual city summit and went through about 4 days of a series of different workshops, and very interesting about the trends that are coming with AI and how to deal with conflict and how to move forward and do lots of things. So I encourage those folks who are here next year to go to it. It'll be in Nashville. And there's also a legislation workshop in DC in March. So I just wanted to bring that up. And then our Mead Parade of Lights and tree lighting ceremony is on the 5th of December, and followed by an outside Merry Mead Christmas on Saturday the 6th. And then get any of those retreat topics to myself. And before we move on to our executive session, I just want to let folks that are with us virtually and in person, we don't have anything after the executive session. So you may either stick around or you can go home and enjoy your family. But I just wanted to say on behalf of the Board of Trustees, happy Thanksgiving and for a great week ahead. We appreciate your time and your effort and for the town of Mead. So thank you. And then I will ask to go into, is there a motion to go into executive session?
I move that the board goes into an executive session pursuant to CRS 24-6-4024B for conference with the town attorney regarding specific legal questions regarding court order dated November 18th, 2025, in case number 2024 CV 30250.
Second.
Thank you very much. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Shranz,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
Yes.
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes, motion carries to go into executive session. The time now is 6:37, and we will turn off the recording and adjourn to the executive session. We'll restart the recording for the executive session. This part of the meeting is not open to the general public, FYI. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. All right, the time now is 7:34 and the executive session has been concluded. The participants in the executive session were Mayor Pro Tem Harris, Trustee Adam, Trustee Cartwright, Trustee Crane, Trustee Schrantz, Town Manager Helen Mickelbrink, Town Attorney Marcus McCaskin, Town Engineer Public Works Director Erica Rasmussen, our Community Development Director Todd Biereris. Sorry. For the record, if any persons who participated in the executive session believes that this is substantial discussion of any matters not included in the motion to go into the executive session occurred during the executive session, or that any improper action occurred during the executive session in violation of the opens meeting law, I would ask that you state your concerns for the record. Okay, hearing none. We do not have any action items and we will move to adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Shranz,
Yes.
trustee Crane,
Yes.
trustee Cartwright,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. The November 24th, 2025 regular meeting of the Board of Trustees adjourned at 7:35. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanks, everyone.